The time's come to play here in my garden of
Hello, I'm Runia, aka Media Adaptation. Welcome back to Moderation while meets for a game. And it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for more webcomics. The subject that clashes with everything else we do on this channel, but it's fun, so we do it anyway. And today we're continuing our look at Vizzypop's original project, Zoophobia. I believe this will be our fourth part on the subject, so as always, a link to the playlist will be up in the card as well as the inslate. But anyway, let's begin. Much better. Okay, you can do this. Miss Cameron? I'm here for my session. Oh, yes, Jackson. Good morning to you. Please, take a seat and we can get started. Hope you don't mind beanbags. Nah, they're actually really nice. Also, I like what you've done with your new room. It's very humbling. Thank you. Yes, I'm very thankful to Zachariah for letting me change rooms. I kind of have a weird connection with my surroundings. The old room was just a little too intimidating on my first arrival. Yeah, I understand what you mean. So, you're my first official consulting session here at ZPA. Is there, anything bothering you at all that you would like to talk about? Anything? Well, I think for things I tell you to make sense, I'm gonna have to fill you in a bit about myself and my, condition, or well, my curse. You see, my parents were extremely close, according to my mother, and when she got pregnant with me, they were very excited, but before I was born, my father was killed in a freak accident, and my mother was devastated by it. In desperation, she turned to her sister, my aunt, Narcissa, who, well, is married to the devil, as creepy as that sounds. She begged him to make a deal, but as a gift to his wife, he granted my mother's wish, to give her unborn child the gift of eternal life. But the devil's magic works in very odd ways, so his gift was really a curse. When I was born, he cursed me with immortality, along with a supernatural affinity for bad luck. And thing is, I still feel pain. So, yeah, not being able to die on top of this crazy, often violent things that happen to me with the pain, it's, yeah, not fun. You okay, Miss Walden? I'm sorry if my story is a little strange. No, I'm just still getting used to hearing about the supernatural things, and the devil being real. I'm very sorry for your situation, Jackson. It sounds simply dreadful. What else would you like to share about your hardships? I can tell there's a lot you have to tell. I really hope you don't mind me talking a lot about myself. I just think it's a good idea to fill things in. No, Jack, it's fine. It helps to know these things. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's been a while since I explained this stuff. I don't often tell people about my curse anymore. Why is that? Well, because it just gets hard explaining it over and over to people. Why so much crazy stuff happens to me, around me, and the moment I mention that it's actually a curse, people immediately get scared to be around me. I can't really blame them. They don't want to get hurt, but sometimes I really don't like it. I don't like when people avoid me out of fear, and I don't like it when people think I'm making it up for attention. It just gets a little stressful sometimes. Plus, some people think I'm pretty, well, weird, cause the whole curse thing and my luck has made me pretty superstitious. It really doesn't help how people see me with all my behaviors and, customs. Most people here kind of avoid me, for the most part, just seeing what kind of stuff happens to me and finding me odd. Do you have any real or close friends, Jack? Oh yes, I have a few. And honestly, I don't know what I'd do without my best friend Zill. I think I know him. In Jackie's class, right? What creature is he, anyway? I have no idea. I'm not sure he does either, in fact. He's always seemed confused about it. He doesn't know? I don't think so. So, how long have you known Zill? Since I found him, about 13 years now. I'm sorry, you found him? Yeah. What do you mean by that? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me explain. I was born in Safe Haven's Animal District. It's a kind of more natural environment. So my upbringing was more traditional, I guess. My mom never really explained my curse to me when I was younger. I just thought the world was against me, and that she didn't even care. So I ran away from home a lot back then. I just felt I had to escape somehow. It was never much help, but I seemed to kind of enjoy the time away from her. I remember the last time I ran away. I was like 5, and during a really foggy, rainy night, I took shelter in a tree. I heard something growling in the forest. I was really scared at the time, because most animals in the district respect primal boundaries. Plus, I was young too. I heard this creature emerge from the bushes. He approached the entrance to where I was hiding. I had never seen anything like him before, and I was extremely scared. He was really just curious of me, I think. But he behaved much more, well, bestial than what I was used to. He was like, well, an animal, which was new for me. Most animals in the district can still speak universal, especially upon first meeting. Zill was extremely wary of me, and I was just terrified. But he really was just extremely curious of me. Unlike me, Zill was just unafraid and bold. Also surprisingly unfazed by my curse. In fact, for the first time, I had met someone who was not only unfazed by it, but he actually intervened. So really, Zill meant a lot to me, almost right off the bat. We actually kind of lived together in the forest for like a full month, getting to know each other as friends. He didn't talk to me at first, but when he started to talk, he only spoke Spanish, which was like, well, gibberish to me. So the language barrier was still there, but we still understood each other somehow. After a while, I decided to actually bring Zill home with me. My mom was beyond happy I was back, but she didn't actually take very warmly to Zill. How did Zill get his name? Oh, well, he spelled his name for me while we were in the forest. It's interesting he was so intelligent despite living in the forest. Well, I mean, a lot of intelligent animals live in the wild, but I understand what you mean. Zill did come off as a bit primitive at first. So, did you two live together? Actually, we did. For a little while, before we officially started school. Zill was with us through the move to the city district. During those first years, we taught him to speak English. By the time we first started school, he was already decently bilingual. A lot of other kids would call Zill names and stuff because of how he looked. He never let it get to him, though. But when I was picked on, haha, what a wimpy loser. Zill didn't take kindly to that. Neither of us have ever really found out how exactly his powers seemed to work, but he had a lot less control back then. Oh gosh, are you alright? Get off me, you dumb girl. Ugh. Zill has always had issues with people who bully or attack. No more, I'm fine. Both of you, no fighting, this is a playground. Get out of my way or I'll beat you up too. I'm not afraid to hit a dumb girl. Zill met his girlfriend Kayla on the first day of grade school. Oh my, they've been dating that long? How sweet. Oh no, Zill didn't get with Kayla for a while, though most of the school thought he was, well, loose with girls. He always had genuine feelings for Kayla, but he never had the guts to go for her. He just didn't think she'd be interested. Which I guess was understandable. He didn't have the best rep with the ladies growing up. He was a party animal. Sorry. But he used to love to sing, and had a knack for it. So I suggested he try out for the school musical once we entered ZPA. He scored the leading role alongside Kayla in the show, and that was when they really got to know each other. Once they really got together, Zill really slowed down on his party lifestyle. It was interesting how much of a change there was. But I was really happy they found such a nice, stable relationship. Plus, Kayla was a wonderful girl, honestly. But once he started dating, like I said, our relationship kind of, changed. Your relationship changed? How so? Was he just less close as a friend? Well, I mean, maybe I said that the wrong way. I was just, it's hard to explain. He just suddenly had so many friends and attention once he changed to Kayla. I guess I just miss a little bit of the constant we had before he had such a serious relationship. I guess I'm just a little worried that the way things might progress, that maybe he'll eventually won't need me as his friend. I'm sorry, it's a dumb worry. No, Jack. When a friend starts to change, or befriend other people, it's normal to feel worried about where you stand. But I'm sure if you two are as close as you say, you'll never grow apart. Yeah? You know, we've talked a lot about Zill. Why don't you tell me more about yourself? Do you have any other friends? I think that's why I have this insecurity. Like I said, before I only had a few friends, because people are scared to be around me. Understandably. I have one other really close friend, but I rarely see her. What about your family? My family? It's complicated. I think deep down I love my family, but they do just remind me directly of my curse. My mom used to take me to visit my aunt and uncle a lot. Your uncle? The devil? Yeah. I felt very alone when I was there. That side of my family just has nothing in common with me. Plus, when Damien came along, he just became a constant pain. Sorry if that's mean to say. My family makes me look after him a lot, so I tend to get frustrated with him often. Anyway, even though I was pretty stupid, I decided one day to sneak out of the palace just to clear my head. Hell outside the protection of the palace gates is pretty dangerous, but I had kind of stopped worrying about my physical well-being. So my carelessness caught up with me, and a demon attacked me. Yeah, I guess it was pretty freaky. Dangerous situations tend to shock me more than actually scare me. But then Jill showed up. Jill? Yeah, I figured I was on the subject of my only close friends. Jill is definitely one of the most important people in my life. She saved me. Besides Zill, she was the only person who ever protected me. Jill and I started spending time with each other after that. She was a stray demon who spent a lot of time fending for herself against demons. Sorry if it sounds like I'm jumping around too much. I get carried away. It's fine, Jack. Anyway, I loved spending time with Jill. She was so rough with everyone, but with me, she was always soft. I snuck out to hang out with her during every hell visit, and as we got older, I guess nothing really stays the same. I encouraged her to test to be a member of the Royal Guard. She passed the test with flying colors, and was accepted to live in the palace. I was so proud of her. She ended up becoming head of the Royal Guard. I was so happy, because we'd be able to see each other more often. But then she met this guy she worked with, and kind of ended up spending more time with him than with me, which hurt a bit. I always hoped we would stay close, maybe even get closer. So you had a crush on her? Well, I crush easy. I'm happy she found someone, though. She deserves that. So does Syl. I just get lonely. I'm sorry. This took a turn. I don't want to seem like I'm complaining about the fact that they're happy. I hope that's not what it sounds like. Jack, it's fine. I can tell you're a very emotional person, and it's normal to get lonely in your situation. But I really think you'll be able to find someone for you in time. And talking about these feelings are the point of counseling. So no need to apologize. You seem to talk very highly of others. What about yourself? Besides the curse and all the negatives, tell me about Jackson. Me? Yes. Your interests, hobbies, goals? Anything. Well, let's see. I play the drums. I also, work part-time at the Safe Haven Observatory. I really love space. Just everything about the universe. And its infinite vastness fascinates me. It's inspiring. I love studying astronomy and science. Oh, I also love to cook. That's my favorite hobby. I don't have many people to cook for, so I usually take the food to the foster home, the same one that took in Zill for a while. I'm still deciding which path I'd like to take for a career, being like a real chef or going into astronomy. Next year is my final year at the academy, so I need to decide soon what my final major will be. I'm still able to take plenty of classes for both though. Well, working at the observatory and being able to exercise your culinary skills gives you a good way to sample your career options. I'm sure you'll make the right choice and have a successful career, Jack. Thank you, Miss Walden. Thank you for listening. You're more attentive than our last counselor. Well, it is what I'm here for. So, are you still scared living here after the past few weeks? Well, yeah, I'm getting used to things. Talking to you wasn't scary. You're very kind, not frightening at all, past the fur, which alone is surprising. But there are a few people here that don't scare me as much, so thank you for not being scary. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about in this session? I think that's enough for this time. I don't want to overwhelm you. Thanks again, Miss Walden. Welcome to Safe Haven. Take care, Jackson. Watch where you're going, wimp. You gonna cry or what? No? Yeah, you are. Pussy. Hey, Dan. Jack, you're here early. It's barely dark out. Yeah, I felt like coming here before my shift to relax a bit. Can I go up? Of course, no one's up there right now. Thanks, Dan. It's never lonely at night. Zachariah? Ah, Miss Cameron. Did your first session go well? Actually, it really did. Now we come to a bit of a problem, as if I'm reading this right, there's only one chapter left. So the question is, do we want to finish this up next time? Or wait a while and do some of the others? I'll probably put up a poll later. Oh, when I finally figured out that thing about the ruler of hell. I'll probably make a smaller video on that later. And that about does it for this video. If you have any other ideas like seeing made into a video, then please post it down in the comments below, and I'll add it to our next video request week.
It's now time for the part of the show where we ask you to help us appease the YouTube algorithm by dropping a like, share, or comment. It helps out much more than you'd think.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, then it's very much appreciated. And if you'd like to support this channel, then please visit our Patreon. Link will be down in the description below. Even if you can't give a lot, every little bit helps. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Anyway, I'm Runya.
And I'm Ada.
Remind you to take life in moderation.
Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passion. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way.